get started. All right, so in the meantime, I'm just going to share my document so long. All right. I hope you can all see the screen clearly. Okay.
Not yet.
It is in its way.
Okay.
Still loading.
Yes,
Okay.
now, yeah.
Okay, awesome, wonderful. All right, everyone. So with the all right, so we're gonna do a little bit of reading today as well. I hope we can get through the whole worksheet and maybe have time to talk about this topic. And Anas, did you want to say something, Anas?
No. For practice.
Oh, I see your hand is up. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's just see. We have a message in the chat. I just want to see something is loading. Okay. Tame until, okay, all right. There we go. Fake it until you make it. Okay, awesome. All right, guys. So what we'll do today now, we're going to just look at what the word means. What is flexible work? All right. So I just typed up a little explanation just so that everyone can see what the word actually means. We see flexible work refers to employment options that allow employees to have significant control over when, where, and how they work. Okay. So this can also include arrangements such as flex time, remote work, part-time positions, and compressed worksheets, work weeks, sorry. So the goal is to accommodate employees' needs outside of work, helping them achieve a better work-life balance while still meeting organizational goals. Okay, so this is the aim at the end of the day with flexible work, is to sort of get that work-life balance going to accommodate the worker, to help the employee balance family responsibilities or whatever's happening in your life, to try and find that balance. Okay, so flex time is actually when employees can choose their start and end time. The company actually allows them to choose their hours, which is awesome. All right. Remote work is when employees work from locations outside the traditional office environment. So in other words, they could be working from home, anywhere else besides the office. All right. We've got part-time work, okay, where employees work fewer than 40 hours per week, which also helps them to manage other responsibilities. When we think of maybe mothers who have small children, a part-time arrangement could really work for somebody in that position, okay? And even compressed work weeks, where the employee chooses to work maybe 12-hour days, but then gets longer time off. So sometimes they ask their boss if they could work a 4-day week, work the hours in, and then they have a longer weekend to spend more time with their family or whatever they'd like to do. So these are the different options that we're looking at today. Okay. So any questions so far? All clear? Okay. So those are the few options that we can look at today. Our vocabulary for today, we're going to just have a look at what a mindset means, supervision, employee retention, to commute, to work remotely, to micromanage, to hang around, and a boundary. All right. So I'd love it if you could all help me just match the definitions with the vocabulary from A to H.
Teacher, please go up, please, a little bit.
A little bit up.
Compressed work weeks.
Oh, sure. You want to?
Compressed work weeks employees work longer. It is overtime? Is it overtime?
No, it's not overtime. It's an arrangement that they've made with their employer that they choose maybe 12 hours a day to make their work week shorter. So yes, the hours are longer during that week, but he'll get longer time off. So if you want to work a 4-day week, that means you're going to have to work longer hours in your day for that week, but then you've got a 3-day weekend.
Oh, good.
So it's up to each person if they would prefer to do that. I suppose it's difficult for people that have children. Maybe this is easier for young people. You know, you don't have anybody waiting for you at home. Maybe you could work those 12-hour days and then just have a 3-day break. You know, so yeah, there's lots of options out there. I think the compressed work week is a bit tough because your hours are longer during that week. It sort of works out to around about 12 hours or so a day. So yeah, that's,
I think
I
it is.
suppose.
I think it is
What
a
do you think?
constitutional part-time work, but it is like organizational part-time work.
Yes.
Yes.
So would you go for something like that, Anas? What do you think?
Yeah. Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Yes.
But we
And then
call
you've
it.
got.
We call it. All the time we call it overtime.
Oh, okay.
Even though but we can manage the overtime based on the situation.
Okay. Yes.
But this name, this is the first time I come across this name.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Yeah. So look, a lot of young people are opting for this, just working 4 days a week. It does mean longer hours for them, but then they've got like a whole weekend. They've got 3 days free, so they can just take it easy. So yeah, a lot of people love it. But yes, once again, it depends on your circumstances. I think we all have our own sort of circumstance where we, maybe different circumstances, whichever would suit our needs, Okay, good. So we'll move on to our vocabulary for today. Who would like to help me with number 1? What does a mindset mean? Azra?
I can talk about the mindset. The mindset is what and way how you are thinking about the a topic about the
Correct.
topic and the way that you are talking, and you can have a variety of mindset, and maybe the abundant mindset, scarcity mindset, and free
Right.
mindset, and
Right.
something like this.
Yes, absolutely. So it's
What is
your
the
mindset. Yes. So which
is the-
one would you match for number 1? You can look at the options from A to H. Which one do you think you'll put there for number 1?
F.
a person's way of
A
thinking?
person way of thinking. Yes,
Yes.
F. Yeah.
Right. So it is a person's way of thinking, as Azra mentioned. Yes. So it's
Yes.
your way of thinking. Very good. Well done. Number 2, supervision. Which one could we match that one to? Welcome, Hanani.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you? Good, and
I'm doing
you?
well. Thanks for asking.
Lovely.
Okay.
Lovely.
So number 2 with
Yes.
E.
Yes. So actually, number 2. Try again.
Is D. D.
Super.
D. It is D.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, with D.
Yeah.
Watch
D.
someone.
Okay.
D.
So what does D say?
Watching someone to make sure they do something correctly.
Yes.
Very good. Supervision, supervising, Very good.
D.
Let's fill that in there. Very good. Thank you so much. And number 3, employee retention. Mina, would you like to try number 3?
Yes. C, to work outside. Number C.
Try again. Try one more time. It's not C.
H.
H.
Oh, what happened? Oh my goodness, I just lost my.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Sorry.
Sorry, I just lost my document. Sorry about that. My mouse just jumped. Sorry about that. By mistake, I dropped my mouse and my document just disappeared. Can you see it?
No, it is the,
No,
yeah,
yes.
it is came.
Scroll
It
down.
came, it
Sorry
came.
about that.
Can you
Sorry
scroll
about that. I dropped the mouse by mistake. There we go. Can you all see?
Yes,
There we go.
a little bit scroll off,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, and
Like that.
organize, ability to keep,
No.
Yes,
and not have time.
I think it is G.
G?
A real or
Three?
imaginary line.
No, it is H.
H.
it is
To,
H.
to keep
H.
stuff and not have them leave.
A boundary.
That's right. Right. So when you retain something, it means to keep. Okay. So the word there, retention. Okay, retention. To keep. All right. So that's why we're going to make it H. To keep it staff. All right. There we go. All right. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Like reducing the time, the turnover.
Say again. Sorry, I didn't understand.
Reducing the turnover.
Reduce.
No.
Yeah. Reduce is when you make something less. When you retain something, you keep something. So that's retention.
Make it stable and stable.
Yeah, so in other words, like in this context with the word retention, it means that the company is able to keep their staff, and because their staff is happy, the company is able to retain their staff. So we call it employee retention. Yeah, so the staff prefers to stay on. They don't look for other work.
Hold
so in
on.
that sense,
They hold on.
yeah. They hold on to their jobs, yes. And the employee looks after them. So that means employee retention, which means that the employees don't look around. They stay on for years if they're happy. So that's what we mean by retention. The employer actually keeps his staff, which is a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. Okay, so let's talk about number 4, to commute. What does that mean?
B, travel.
To travel
It's
regularly.
B.
To travel regularly, yes. If you can all just read the sentence and we can all hear what it means, correct? So to travel regularly, okay, between work and home. Okay, good. Well done. Number 5, to work remotely.
C. Work outside.
Work outside.
Yeah, so we're working
Yeah, it is
outside.
C.
Work
Right,
outside
so
a
we're gonna
traditional office.
Work outside a traditional office environment.
Very
Work
good.
from home.
Right. Example, work from home. Right. Very good. And to micromanage, what does that mean?
To manage people through excessive control.
Right. I think the operative word there being excessive control. Okay, so let's put E there. All right. That's like serious excessive control, micromanage. All right. Number 7, to hang around.
Maybe
A, number A.
Stay.
Stay and spend time in a place.
Yes.
Stay.
Yes. Very good. Number 8, what is a boundary?
G.
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 A real
Line.
or imaginary
Line.
line that marks the limits of something.
Very good. Okay. So it's a real or imaginary line. So you've got to set those boundaries, eh? Okay. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Any questions so far? Are we clear on our vocabulary, everybody? Are we happy? Okay, awesome. Thank you, everyone. We're going to move on now. So as we've seen, those words are going to appear in our reading today. We're going to talk about a man called Tom, all right? and we're just going to learn a little bit about his working situation. Okay, so Abdul Qadir, can I ask you to read the first paragraph for us?
Sure.
Thank you.
Flexible working. Tom works for a traditional company that expects him to start at 8:30 a.m. and leave at 5:30 p.m. or later every day. Most of his work is done on a project basis, and as a manager, he is responsible for the quality of work that is produced and for meeting deadlines. On most days of the week, there is often extra work to be done on a project, and Tom stays late in the office or brings his work home. Occasionally, when he finishes all his work before 5:30 p.m., he finds himself hanging around, chatting with colleagues, and waiting for the time he can officially leave.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to ask you, Abdul Qadir, if you can bring out the main points of that paragraph. What do you think are the main points in this paragraph?
I think it's describing an ordinary day of Tom at work.
Right.
Usually, he is overworking because of his responsibilities, like deadlines, meeting deadlines of a project, or
Yes, yes.
even if he is finishing his work earlier than normal official leaving time, he is staying at work.
So now he has to hang around because he has to leave at 5:30. So even if he's finished his work, the boss won't let him leave because he has to sit there because those are his designated hours, which sounds a bit crazy, eh? Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, he could have left. He could have maybe missed the traffic. He could have done like maybe so many other things, but now he has to hang around, even though he's met his deadlines. The boss makes him sit there, so now he's got to hang around. Sounds a bit
Yes,
crazy, but yeah, hey,
this is business world, unfortunately.
this is it, yes. Okay, good. Thanks, Abdul Qadir. So,
You're welcome.
cool. Let's move on to the next one. Anas, can you read for us the next paragraph? Thank you.
Okay. With two small
Can I
children,
do?
Tom has to set up his annual leave in order to take time off when his children are ill, when he wants to attend their sports day, or any time that the kids have a half day at school. Tom also lives an hour drive from his office and therefore spends 2 hours a day commuting.
Thanks, Vanessa. What do you think? What are the main points that stand out for you here?
He describes his day with his children and his commute time.
Yes. So the other thing is he has to use up his annual leave, which is also crazy because annual leave is supposed to be for when you want to take a holiday. You shouldn't be using that for if your child is sick. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No,
What do you think?
we're talking about the motivation layer of the companies and organization. We need to set up all the slices of the days and all the slices of the annual leaves for everyone. Otherwise, we got interleave each other, and then we can make the work worse. But we're thinking out of the box, and we're thinking on the time at all. We don't think about it in individual way. We think about organization and the time of all the people that have working in this organization.
Right. I agree with you. So let's get back to the flexible. Let's just keep that word in mind. Flexible. Okay. Yes. I just want you to keep that word in mind. Okay, good.
Yeah, but the flexible, it will be like a style. We are agree about it before. But if we have set it up before the time starting ending time. There is no flexibility. We have time to work.
Right.
Otherwise, we have overtime, or we have another compensation packages or strategies that we
Yes.
need to apply during this work.
Right. Okay. So I agree with you there. Let's move on with the story and let's hear what Tom suggested. Let's hear what he has to say. Azra, would you like to read the next paragraph? Let's see what he said. Okay, thank you.
Yes. In the interest of increasing productivity and making better use of his time, Tom suggested the idea of flexible working to his director. His director, however, rejected his suggestion, saying that he saw flexible working as problematic for the company. Tom's director isn't alone in this thinking.
Thank you, Azra. What do you think there? What
About
did Tom do?
Yeah, Tom suggested for the director the flexible work, the flexible job, because he couldn't manage the times and he is using the annual leaves. But his director didn't accept that, and he said I can found it problematic for our company, and unfortunately the others, I think, were in the same page, and they were agree with the director and they didn't accept his suggestion.
True. Okay. Thank you, Azra. Good point there. So he did suggest flexi time, but the manager didn't want to hear it. The director said absolutely no. Okay, Azra, thank you. Mr. Azat, good day there. Hi. Nice to meet you,
Hello,
Mr. Azat.
everybody.
Hi.
Okay, nice to meet you all. My name is Azat, and it's my first time here. Yeah.
Wonderful to have you. Thank you for joining today. Okay, would you like to read that question? Would you like to read for us?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
In the interest of increasing productivity and making better use of his time,
Sorry,
Tom.
Mr. Azat, the next one. We're going to start here.
Okay.
In many, there we
Okay.
go.
In many organizations, there is still a culture in which the employee who arrives the earliest and leaves the latest is considered the most hardworking, and many bosses still believe that they can trust their employees to work remotely. They worry that there are too many distractions for workers at home, or that team working and communication won't be a good if workers are physically disconnected from each other. Some employees think management is about the close supervisions of employees to director and control not just what is done, but also exactly how it is done.
Very nice. Okay, would you like to mention some points there?
Yeah, here is in these tasks, the main idea is the employees must be arrive to work earlier, and they should go home at I mean the latest day, because it's common and it's a kind of a culture. And also the director and also other workers believe that who is arriving early and leaving the late day, it's a hardworking person, and he's a more useful or more effective to the company.
Right.
But here is also something is mentioned not just good workers. There is something the person or employer should be in a physically at work and communicate or connection with other companies. This is a good one, and this is a good thing to the workers.
Yes. So we're looking at the pros. As we're reading along, we can see pros, which are advantages, and cons of working flexi time or whatever time. So as we're reading, we can see there are pros, which are the advantages, and there are cons, which are the disadvantages. Okay. So keep both in mind.
Yeah.
All right. Because I think both are a
Yeah, yeah.
challenge. It's working full time is a challenge. Working even flexi hours is a challenge for the company, as Anas mentioned earlier. Okay, so we're going to keep both in mind, the pros and the cons. Okay, thank you for the reading.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. Loredana, could you read for us? Thank you.
Teacher, can I
Teacher.
okay.
Can
Teacher,
you see? Yes.
you
Yes, teacher.
Can you read for us?
Oh, yes, okay.
Thanks,
However,
Loredana.
okay. However, the nature of a lot of work today involves meeting deadlines,
teacher,
achieving certain.
we left with one paragraph.
Did I
It's
leave one out?
yeah.
Oh no, this one is what Mr. Azad read for us. He said communication, it carries on. He did read, yeah? Did we read this one, Mr. Azad? You did finish
Yeah, we
there.
have,
Yeah.
we have written, we have
Yeah.
written.
So we didn't
have
miss
done
anything.
until,
Yeah, we wrote. There we
yeah.
go. Okay. I'm just checking. There we go. Thanks so much. All right. Sorry, Loredana, we're on the right
Yes,
one.
no worry, okay.
Thank you.
However, the nature of a lot of work today involves meeting deadlines, achieving certain objectives, and hitting targets. As most people who have worked in these kinds of environments know, productivity is less about how many hours you spend in the office and more about how well you meet those goals. Even though they're outside the office, the remote worker who is not meeting targets is quickly noticed.
There's a good point. What do you think, Loredana? What would you like to mention?
Yes, sometimes the paragraph said in this case, sometimes a lot of work today involves meeting deadlines, and some work in this kind of environment, and productive is less, and maybe spend a lot of time in the office, and maybe the problem is not achieve the goals in the company. Yes, here they're outside the office, remote worker with not meeting targets and is quickly noticed. Yes, maybe the company has problem for this employee because they don't achieve the goals.
Okay, so there we can see the pros and the cons, eh? The advantages and the disadvantages. Yes. Because sometimes the employee isn't meeting his targets and the company feels this remote working is not working out. Okay, so they prefer to have their staff in the office for those reasons. All right, so it kind of works both ways, eh? As we can see the articles mentioning. Very nice. Thanks very much for the reading. Let's move on to the next one. I just want to check who else is on the. There we go. Anybody else? Abdul Kadir, would you like to read our next one?
Sure.
Micromanaging
Micromanaging bosses don't help productivity either. In fact, research shows that controlling bosses can have a negative effect on their employees' performance. In contrast, giving employees the freedom to organize their working schedule to fit with their personal life means they are working when they are best able to engage fully with their work and are therefore more efficient and productive. Having choices in their working environment and timetable creates responsible and motivated workers who are likely to get better results, knowing they can meet the demands of both their job and their personal life.
Okay, would you like to comment on that paragraph?
Actually, we can say that the concerns of working flexible is, how can I say, not correct. You know, if a manager allow their employees to have a flexible schedule without, how can I say, at the same time taking care of their work successfully, creates better productivity, increase the productivity, because the employees will know that they can, how can I say, they can meet their demands and their job at the same time. Personal life and their job life balance can be more effective or can be more satisfying.
Yes. So once again, there's that balance. Like, I think it's up to each person to make the absolute best of their situation. If they have the privilege of being able to be given flex time, use that time effectively. Work with the company, take full advantage of your opportunity, meet your deadlines, because in the long run, you are going to be able to have that freedom where you choose your hours eventually, because it's working for you and the company. Okay.
Yes.
So yes, it can work. It can work. All right. Okay. So like we say, it can have its pros and its cons. Okay. There's both. Thanks. Let's move on to the next paragraph there. Zabi, would you like to read for us?
Yes, why not?
Thank you. You can read for us?
Whether yes, whether it is giving employees the right to work remotely, offering job sharing, a part-time working, or allowing non-fixed start and finish time. Flexible working is not just about practical working arrangements, but also about a culture in mind. For example, many remote workers find themselves working past their working hours, partly because there is no commuting to work. The boundaries between work and personal life, making it hard to switch off from work.
Thank you. Good reading there. Thanks very much. So would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, I think in my way, flexible working is about culture in mind, not just working arrangements.
Very good. Very good. Good point. Awesome. Thanks, Sabi. Okay, let's move down to the next. That's our last paragraph for today. Mr. Assad, thank you. Will you read it for us?
Okay, let's start. Companies might need to consider training both workers and management staff to help them better understand what flexible working is, how to implement it, and how to encourage a result-driven approach. Only then can flexible working truly result in happier employees, increased productivity, and better employee retention.
Very nice. So would you like to add, would you like to comment?
Yes, companies do not just train the workers, they should also train the management staffs like a director and other principals maybe, and they should understand what's the meaning of the flexible working is and how they encourage the workers to work productively, and if the managers or bosses understand what's meaning of the flexible work, and workers also understand, this is gives a happier result, both employees and also employers as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Azad. Good point. So it works both ways. To create that work-life balance, we need the company on board, okay? Even if it means training the managers, directors, sort of, that's where the mindset, I don't know if you guys remember that word mindset, that mindset about flex time comes in. It's kind of having to change our mindset and see the workplace a little bit differently to what it used to be a couple of years ago. So yeah, good point there. Thank you very much. Okay, so quick questions here. We're going to find out what's true or what's false. All right, so number one, Tom's director doesn't want Tom working remotely because he sees Tom making small talk and not working when he's in the office. Is that true or false? Asra, what do you say?
It isn't. It is false because the remotely it isn't. He doesn't accept that because he thinks the maybe the flexible and remote work maybe distraction at home, distraction work.
Right. He didn't agree with this flex time. He was worried that that the distractions of the family, the children, and he wouldn't meet his deadlines maybe, hey?
Yeah, it
so
is
that
wrong.
was his fear. Yeah, excellent. So that's false. Well done. Okay, number two. If Tom was allowed to work from home, he'd work less and spend more time with his children. What would that, is that true or false? Anas, what do you say?
If Tom was allowed to work from home, he'd work less and spend time with his children. I think it is difficult because sometimes it will be true and false at the same time, because
it doesn't.
It depends on the organization itself, because if I am in executive level, I will look about the organization from the top down, and then I will prepare all the policies and principles, rules, everything, systems that will help me to make it possible for the people or employees to work at home. But it is not for everyone can work in home. Even they are working on the computer, because we need face-to-face communication in the work to make it possible, because there is many factors that will help us to interact with each other before taking decision, because we are talking now about performance driven, and then we need to work with each other, unless it is about work style, working at home, because the result and outcome depends on the, for example, result like project deadlines, something related for something can help, can work at home. But we can.
So what do you think? What do you think for this answer? What do you think? Would you say true or false? Is he going to spend less?
It depends. It depends.
Okay, so choose an answer. What do you think? True or false?
It depends on the culture. No, there is no answer. It depends.
No, you don't say.
No. It depends on the culture and the organization policies.
Okay.
According to text?
According to the text, what would you say?
I can say according to the text doesn't talk about this question.
We need to think.
It doesn't say.
So what would, okay, look, they want the answer as false, all right? So if we think about it as false, if he was allowed to work from home, he'd work less and spend more time with his children. I don't think that's true. I don't think he would work less because he has deadlines to meet. So he understands that he has to meet his deadlines. So I think Tom would meet his deadlines because he understands the importance of his job. So I don't think he would give up his time to work to be with his children, according to the question. So let's talk about Tom. Tom actually asked for flex time. He asked his boss if he could have flex time, right? And the boss said, no, you're going to be too distracted. But now, if you think about how he used to work, sometimes he finishes early and then he still has to sit at the office. So in those hours that he was sitting at the office, he could have been at home. Okay, so we've got to look at it both ways. In Tom's mind, so that's why we'd say false for this question, because yeah, Tom would definitely, I think, meet his deadlines. He wouldn't spend time with the kids unless he had time to do so.
I think the advantage will be about the commuting time.
Yes, exactly. Because of the 2 hours that he spends driving up and down to work every day.
According to the text.
According to the text, yes. So yes, we're just going to look at Tom's story. But yes, Anas, I agree with you. You brought out a lot of good points there. You know, it does depend on the organization, absolutely. Like you say, they got to work from the top. They have to make proper arrangements. The staff will need to be trained. You know, there's a lot of planning that goes into allowing flex work. So that is true. Those are very good points that were brought out. But in this case, we're just going to talk about Tom and we're going to say false. I think Tom will meet his deadlines. Okay. All right. Let's move on to number 3. It's easy for a manager to know if a remote worker is not working effectively. True or false? Let's look at what they say.
It is true.
True.
It's
True.
It is true.
It's false.
Yeah. No, it is true.
True.
They can quickly pick up if you're not putting your hours in. Yeah, the company will definitely see if you are not working. Absolutely. It's definitely true, right? Yeah, no,
For
they
this reason, bosses sometimes are worried about employees because they don't control her employees.
Exactly. That's what they're scared of. Yes, Loredana, very true.
Pragmatically, it is false.
Yes, okay, yes, I agree with you, Anas. But in this particular situation, they did bring out that a lot of companies
even though in this situation, but he working in the same place, and there is a face-to-face communication, and he can do everything in the same place. But imagine if he far away from his place, I think there is a communication barrier. It will be in the play. So he will work less immediately, inevitably.
And then the manager will be able to pick it up. So the manager will see that, yes. So that is why we said it's true, because it's easy for a manager to know if a remote worker is not working. They will definitely see that, absolutely. So, okay, good. Let's move on to number 4. Bosses who are very controlling get better results from their team. What would you say there?
No, it is false.
False.
It is false.
I agree, definitely. I'm glad everybody's on board with that one. Good one. Number 5, giving employees more flexible working conditions doesn't really benefit the company. True or false?
False.
False. Very good. Okay. And number 6, people who work from home often end up working longer hours than when working in the office. True or
Yes,
false?
it is true. It is
True.
true.
Very true, eh?
Yeah.
You see, so that's one of the cons. One of the disadvantages is because you're not riding from work to home work every day, so you're not commuting, but now you're ending up sitting in front of your computer for hours and hours on end. So yeah, it's a tricky, yeah.
Number
Yes,
five,
because they can't switch off from work.
Yes.
Because they are home but continuous working all day and can't
Exactly.
switch off.
They can't switch off, you see. So they've got to also learn to have that work-life balance. If they are working flexi time, learn to stick to your hours. So it takes a lot of discipline, eh? Would you all agree? A lot of discipline to work at home, on your own. There are a lot of challenges, okay? All right, so let's just finish our last little section here. What would you say could we put in number 1? Working, what means that employees can use their commuting time to work?
remotely.
Working
Remotely.
remotely.
Remotely,
Okay.
yeah.
But like we said, we need to be balanced because now we can't just keep working all the time. There's got to be that balance, eh? Okay, good. Number 2. What's the word for number 2?
Freedom.
Flexible working?
Freedom, yeah.
Freedom.
Absolutely.
Freedom.
Yes. Okay, very nice. Number 3, remote workers are more motivated, may work past their normal working
Hours.
hours. Very good. Yeah. So that is a little bit of an issue, but anyway, let's move on to number 4. What would you say there? If employees,
Retention.
yes.
Retention.
Retention rate.
Okay, so that means
Maybe that
the employer is keeping his staff.
there
His
is
staff is
less,
not interested in moving on. They actually
less.
stay at the company. Okay,
Maybe that is
number
less,
5.
less.
One disadvantage for remote workers may be that there is less
Mindset.
Boundary.
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 Very good. Boundary. Okay. All right. So the disadvantage for remote workers, there's less of a boundary between work and personal life. Okay.
Mindset.
All right.
Mindset. Yeah.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, well done, everybody. Thank you for all the participation. We've got maybe a minute left. So if we think about what we learned, we spoke about Tom today. He was interested in working flex time. He thought he could handle it. His boss said absolutely no. Okay, so what we've seen throughout the whole paragraph were the constant advantages and the disadvantages of flex time. Okay, so what would you like to say? Anything you'd like to add about disadvantages, advantages?
I want to say I want to say something about mindset paradox, because we look at the thing at the organizational perspective or at the employee perspective. It depends on the situation itself, because when we put something rationally, then we need to think about maximize benefit for the organization itself, because we are earning money from the organization. But I think flexible, it will not work, because I need managerial level at the same time, flexible for the employee, flexible employee. This will increase the cost of everything that I have.
Okay, so are you saying, Anas, that you're not for flex time personally? You don't think it's a good idea? Okay.
No.
Okay. You prefer the face-to-face communication.
I analyzed it before, and I analyzed it before, and there is a lot of budget, a huge budget that I need for everything, because if I need to open the flexibility working, then I need to make it everything flexible.
Okay.
organization
Okay.
at all, it will be flexible.
Okay. All right. So for you, you say no, it's not going to work for you. Okay.
No.
Anybody else? What do you think, Abdul Kadir? What do you think?
Actually, I have experienced remote working, but it was the nature of the work. I was a content writer.
Okay.
Everyone was working at home, from home.
Okay.
Many points in the text is correct for remote working because it is true that you cannot switch off many times, between work and personal life. And there always a chance to have distractions at home. And your life is becoming a little more turmoil, like complex.
Okay. Okay.
But it has many advantages, of course. Flexibility can always work if it is managed appropriately.
Good point.
And also, I think every employee would love that being trusted and respected.
Right.
Yes.
If you look at it from that point of view, yes.
Yes, if you know that your manager, your boss is trust in you, you feel happy, you feel more motivated.
In control.
Unless you are not abusing, or can we say abusing? I don't know.
Yes, abusing
the intentions of your company, of your boss. It can work. Of course, it needs how can I say, really good organization and infrastructure, technological, how can I say, facilities. You need many things to make it work, to make it efficient.
Right. So
But
there's a
if
lot
it is
of
managed, when it is managed, it is perfect.
Yes, because there are a lot of advantages to flex time. But like you say, the managing of that, I think there's a lot of training, there's a lot of work that needs to go into that side of it from the company's perspective and also the workers. So yeah, we're not there yet. But it's a thing it's coming along. It's coming along. It's eventually get there. Companies will start being more open to it. Because technology is also now a thing, and things are changing.
Yes.
So
We need time to create this culture.
Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, it's all about mindset, and that is the manager's mindset. What Anas also mentioned was the money that's got to be put into it. There's also the financial side of it. So there are a lot of things to look at, yes. But then so there's pros and there's cons, eh? So it kind of works both ways. Yes. Okay, awesome. So thanks everybody. We've run out of time, unfortunately, but thank you very much for all your participation today.
Can you share the document in the group, please?
Yes, sure. I'll send the document to the WhatsApp group. Not a problem at all. I'll do
amazing.
that.
Yeah. Also,
we can discuss it later on.
Yeah. Can you send PDF in WhatsApp or maybe some Telegram?
Sure. I'll do so. Not a problem at all. Thank you everybody for attending today. It was lovely meeting all of you. So we'll see you again next week. And thanks again. Keep up the good work. Thank you for participating. Your English is beautiful. I love it so much. Thank you guys. Keep up the good work, eh? Beautiful work. Thank you. See you all
teacher.
soon.
Thank you very much, teacher. That was a great session.
Thank you so much.
Bye
Next
everyone.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.